What's going on, fam? This your main man KC for L King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. Here to talk about WWE Survivor Series, aka War Games, aka Survivor Joke. And ladies and gentlemen, I watched the whole show. My honest opinion, don't take this as me hating. I ain't hating. I'm just telling you both is true. Honestly, the highest I can go is a 5. The reason why I'm going at a 5, you're going to find out exactly why. I was expecting a whole lot more with the finish of the main event because it was pretty much the only reason why I was watching. You see, do not let these clowns in the IWC, regardless of if they're hardcore E heads or AEW heads, don't let these fools dictate to you or tell you that one company is doing better than the other. It doesn't matter. They both garbage at the same time. The E may be doing just a slight bit better, just a slight. But at the end of the day, it's still trash. I was expecting a whole lot more because they kept the way how things were being produced and how everything, cast was just standing around. I'm thinking, okay, something about to pop off. And we got absolutely nothing. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, there's so much going on. We got Saturday night main events going on. We got this, we got that. There's so much. We got the debut on Netflix coming up in January. It's so much. I get all that. The ending of Survivor Series is always supposed to start the beginning of the road to WrestleMania. It does. Remember when CM Punk pulled up last year? That was the beginning of the road to WrestleMania 40. Right there. It's always something has to be like each of them had to do something. You really want to get people invested into quote unquote WrestleMania season, this is the time to start. He failed drastically. Now let's talk about everything that happened on this show. We open up with the women's War Games match. I was not even invested in this because this was basically random and sack. And on top of that, sorry about that. On top of that, everybody who was put together either had beef with one another the previous year and now just out of nowhere on the same team. We had Team Liv was Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae versus Team Rhea. Rhea Ripley, Bianca, Naomi, Io, and Bayley. Now, everybody talking about the situation concerning Jade. Jade has been written off TV. No, she isn't injured. They just genuinely don't have a single clue on what to do. However, you and I all know who took her out. Now, it was for hire. People want to say, well, okay, how did Bianca do it? Bianca was in the ring. She had somebody beat the brakes off of Jade. That's all you need to know. We're going to get Bianca and Jade at WrestleMania 41. It's a done deal. You might as well get ready for it. Is the story going to be good? I don't know. I can't trust H. People say, well, look what he's doing with Kofi and Woods. Big E's supposed to be pulling up on Raw. We'll see. We shall see. I don't know. I can't trust this bozo. You never can trust him with the cats that look like us. You just can't. You can never trust Triple H with foundational black Americans. Now, you can trust him with coons because coons are going to coon for him. But when it comes to foundational black Americans and Triple H, it don't work. This matchup, it was about the spots. I was really not really invested. Like I said, Cats was coming out. Cats was going in there. It was all about what Rhea, Liv, Tiffany, Nia, they little situation. That's basically what it is because, you know, Tiffany still has the briefcase and apparently it was chilling in one of them trash cans because she pulled it out and she took her sweet time because she was standing right between Nia and Liv and she was trying to figure out what the clown she was going to do, who the heck she was going to cash in on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a heel. This is a heel and this is another heel. So a heel is trying to cash in on. It don't make no type of sense, ladies and gentlemen. It don't make no type of sense. This is the idiotic booking that Triple H has been doing with the girls, and I feel bad for the women. I should be invested in what's going on with the ladies. Triple H don't care. If he don't care, why the clown should I care? And then on top of that, the finish. Now, everybody always talking about what Io do. Io always jumping off the thing with the trash can on the head. The trash can was spray painted yellow and purple and it matched the outfit. And obviously then it was like it wasn't just her jumping. Tiffany jumped off, so it was like the girls so half the girls were standing on one side and the other girls were standing on the other side. So Tiffany and Io flipped at the same exact time. That basically was the spot of the match. And then the other spot was Nia Jax getting body slammed through the table by Bianca and Naomi. And after everything that transpired, now Rhea run around here. Let's talk about it. Rhea run around here looking like she left one of them Illuminati parties. I know she had a messed up orbital bone or whatever, but she looked like she left one of them satanic Illuminati parties. Ladies and gentlemen, the E constantly tells on themselves every day. Nobody in the IWC wants to tell the bold-faced truth about how pro wrestling has been so-called thriving for all these years. Vince McMahon, Triple H, all of these circus clowns, even Tony Khan, have made pacts with the devil. This is why pro wrestling has somehow been able to keep going. I don't give a dang what nobody has to say. Pro wrestling is controlled by the enemy. I don't care. You can look at me and call me crazy. You can call me conspiracy. I don't give a dang. Pro wrestling is controlled by Satanists. There, I've said it. I'm done. I've said enough. Let's continue. The finish to this matchup was retarded as heck. Ladies and gentlemen, I say this every day. I will never be a fan of a champion getting pinned in a non-title match. Now, it just happened in the Continental Classic with DG getting pinned, but it's two champions, so like I said, I will never be a fan of a champion getting pinned in a non-title match. I don't give a damn. That's one of my biggest pet peeves about pro wrestling. You got Candice LeRae and you got Raquel. Pin one of them to protect your champions. Ladies and gentlemen, champions in this company don't matter, ladies and gentlemen. They don't matter. So if they don't matter, I shouldn't give a rat's behind about Tiffany cashing in on two pointless champions. Nia has been pinned about 14,000 times, and I lost count how many times Liz has been pinned as a champion. So why the heck should I care about Tiffany cashing in? Doesn't make any type of sense. But you got idiots in the IWC, and I said it. I'm standing on this. You got idiots in the IWC who will tell me and tell you that everything they witnessed here was fantastic. This was great booking. This was off the chain. No, it wasn't. This was retarded through and through. That's all I'm going to say. Team Rhea wins. She pins Liv. The end. We move on. Now, Shinsuke then came back, and he looked like somebody then gouged his eyes out. He looked like my dude that's in the Mortal Kombat game. Listen, for my Mortal Kombat 1 players, what is the cat that lost his eyes and he fights with the sword? He fights with the sword and everything like he got a blindfold on because his eyes got gouged out. That's who Shinsuke came in here looking like. Now, based off of how things were being presented from what I saw, I had a feeling that Nakamura was pretty much going to win it. LA Knight ain't did nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and rate this. Ladies and gentlemen, LA Knight has completely fallen off. Ever since his rise from a year and a half ago to where he is right now, his championship run is not memorable at all. It's not. And I was a huge LA Knight fan. I was on the LA Knight, yeah. I was on the bandwagon. I fell off. I didn't give a rat's behind. I didn't care. Shinsuke Nakamura came in here. He did what he had to do. He got the job done. Now, I'm going to be on Triple H's helmet. If Shinsuke Nakamura cannot make it through WrestleMania with that championship, what are we doing? You brought him back. You revamp him. You kind of tweaked his gimmick. Like I say, he looked like a demonic-looking Asian cat that then went somewhere and got his eyes gouged out. Now he's trying to fight blindfold. That's what he looked like. Now, Triple H, you better do this dude right with this United States Championship. I'm not playing with your silly behind. I ain't playing with you. See, you got these fools that want to give you a pass because they wear your draws. I don't wear your draws, dog. I don't get down like that. Just like I don't wear that fool Tony Khan's draw. I don't wear his coach's draws either. This right here, Triple H, he better make it through WrestleMania with that thing. There's no excuse. And the fact that this might be his first title in the main company, which is sad. He's been in this company for years, and this is his first championship from... Listen, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this is his first... Did he win the WWE Championship? No, he never won it. He never won it. Because I'm thinking about the time when him and AJ Styles is going at it. No, he never won. He never won a big one. This is his first, from what I know, this is his first championship on the main roster. That's a doggone shame. This run better be decent. It better be better than decent. This run better be off the chain. I ain't playing with you, Triple H. I'm not playing with you. Shinsuke Nakamura finally got some gold. Book him like he matters. If his run is just as bad as this cat right here, we got some serious issues. Serious. Playing with you. Here we get to the triple threat. Now, a lot of people said this was probably the match of the night for them. It varies. I'll be honest with you. I kind of was dozing off on this. Ladies and gentlemen, how many times Sheamus is going to go up for the IC Championship and continue to look like a joke? Time and time again, this fool has constantly, he's chasing this championship that he has never won. He's won every other title that you could possibly win, but he has never won the IC Championship. We put it back on Braun because the only reason we had put it on Jay is because Rikishi was complaining. That's the only reason why Jay got it. You take it off of Braun, then you put it back on Braun trying to revamp him. So you knew he wasn't losing. Then we bring Ludwig Kaiser back into the fold because he been dealing with Sheamus for a long time, right? So we get this triple threat because Triple H can't go one pay-per-view without a triple threat. Triple is in his name. He can't help himself. He can't. Clowns is beating the brakes off. I mean, what else can I say? Clowns is beating the brakes off each other. Cass was just laying each other out. Cass was getting speared. Cass was getting whacked with shillelaghs and all of this crazy crap. I mean, Cass was going through time. I mean, just crazy. But at the end of the day, everybody and their grandma knew dang well this guy right here was not losing. He retains his championship, and that's that. We move on. Then we get to part 2. Gunther, Damian Priest, World Heavyweight Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, I take part 1 over part 2 any day. Part 1 was way better than part 2. Part 2 was pretty much about Damian injuring his shoulder. That was pretty much the whole matchup. And ladies and gentlemen, I've said it before, I've said it again. And you look at me, I don't give a dang. You can send this to Gunther himself. He ain't the same. He ain't the same. Ever since he lost that IC championship, he has been garbage. He had the nerve to say that this fool right here is Tyler Rain didn't bring any prestige to the championship. And is he doing the same? He ain't doing nothing. He ain't bringing no prestige. This fool has lost a major step. All this circus clown had, and Michael Cole always had to put it in everybody's face. He had the IC championship for 606 days. You know they got to put that out there. 666 days. They got to put that foolish demonic number out there. You know how Triple H and them get down. I said it earlier and I say it again. You know how they get down. Ever since he lost that thing, he's been a joke, ladies and gentlemen. Damian Priest was basically in the promo battles back and forth. He was pretty much saying, what you gonna do? You gonna call me street trash? You gonna say what other kind of garbage insult you gonna tell me? Nothing. And fools got thinking like I'm supposed to be excited for this. I don't know. I saw it. I saw part 1. Part 1 was 100% better than this. And then it ends the same exact way. Finn Balor comes out of nowhere, lays the man out, puts him in that doggone submission mode. Gunther retains his championship. Oh, and you want to know another reason why this fool is a joke? He lost to one of the biggest jokes in the company. And I'm talking about Cody Rhodes. For you Cody Rhodes crybabies out there, yes, Cody Rhodes is one of the biggest failures as a WWE World Champion, period. I don't give a dang what nobody has to say. Listen, I have not cared about his run. He got it done, and I have not gave a crap. But the fact that Gunther lost to that clown, man, please. Listen, I'm supposed to be excited about this fool. You crazy as a Beelzebub. You was out of your dang mind. We move on. The matchup that I was pretty much only reason tuning in to this pay-per-view just to see, because I wanted to see what was going to transpire afterwards. That was my main focus. I knew they was going to go in here. They was going to do a whole bunch of spots. This matchup out of all the matchups had the most story. You had certain cats going in. I believe we started with Jay, and I think we started with one of the Gorilla Destruction Boys. I think that's what we started with. Or was it Flat 2? It was either we started with 5-2 or we started with one of them. And because of what happened on SmackDown, the new Bloodline had the advantage. So this matchup, like I said, from what I got out of it, it was very story heavy driven. And then the fact that CM Punk and Roman were pretty much the last two in the cage, and the fact that the two of them had to work together regardless despite having beef or whatever, not quote unquote wanting to work together, they managed to do so. And like I say, all kind of crazy stuff was happening. And the fact that the Usos, Sammy, everybody was back on one accord. Everybody. And even though I asked it didn't transpire because they had pulled what's the name out the way, and Roman ended up accidentally spearing CM Punk. But even with that situation, CM Punk still ended up saving Roman, and at the end of the day, they came through. They beat the brakes off of Solo and the squad. Beat the brakes off of him. Everybody got an opportunity to do their move on the man, laid him out, and what they did, they all took a picture together in the ring. Everybody said that was an iconic picture. Yes, if you want to call it an iconic picture, fine, do that. But like I said, what I like best out of this is the story that was being told. And then Paul Heyman came out of nowhere. He told that man, he said, "You got it. I got your favor. Whatever. We still don't know what the favor. We don't know. I have no clue what the favor is. I don't know. But because we didn't really get any answers done, a lot of people was thinking maybe Rock was gonna pull up or something. No, we didn't even get the Rock. So it kind of felt flat because they literally stopped. They went to the doggone entrance. They were standing around, and I'm thinking like they kept looking around like something was about to pop off. I'm serious. Like we really thought something was going to pop off. Nothing. Now as for the crowd out there in Canada, I've heard better Canadian crowds. Truth be told, just like with Full Gear, the New Jersey crowd was kind of weak. I mean, they made some noise. Same thing with the Vancouver crowd, but I've heard better Canadian crowds. That's just my honest opinion. But the main event carried the show. Like I said, if people want to say this was the match of the show, that's your honest opinion. You say what you have to say. But for me, it was the main event. They carried the show. It was the major reason why I even bothered watching this crap. Because I told you right now, for me, as a pro wrestling fan, I'm at a 12%. Real talk. Now, it depends on what the heck happens on Monday Night Raw moving forward. If they can really get me more invested in whatever Triple H and them is trying to tell me, they got a lot of work to do. Because as of right now, I still don't get. I mean, I care, but I don't care. If you understand what I'm saying, you know, the fact that I do care because I'm actually reviewing this show, telling you what I honestly feel, what I watched. Like I said, watching these matches, literally, I'm trying to tell y'all, I was dozing off. Like I was up, but I was like, I was like, and then plus I ran and got myself something to eat too. So I was like, you know what, man? I said, let me go get me something to eat right quick. Come back, watch what I need to watch. See what I need to see. Come back with an honest, thorough, unbiased review. Because I know some of y'all gonna say I'm biased. No, I'm telling you both it's true. War Games for the men, for me, carried the show hands down because it had the most story that was being told. Now, don't get me wrong. Every match had story. I'm not stupid. Every match on here had story. But right here was the main thing. Whatever they was doing up in here, that's what happened from what I was watching. And then, like I said, there was times where it looked like the New Bloodline was going over. Now, if y'all didn't see, this matchup pretty much told you certain matches that's going to happen at WrestleMania. You know the Usos are basically going against the Gorillas of Destruction at WrestleMania. Y'all should already pencil that in. That's a matchup. It's already set and done. We getting that matchup. It is just put it down. We either get it on night 1 or we get it on night 2. Gorillas of Destruction versus the Usos. It's a done deal for the tag team titles. It's done. You know it's happened. Now, as for whatever everybody else is doing, I have no clue. I don't know. So this is when Triple H and them had to put their thinking caps on and tell us some good story, especially for everybody. Because right now, my excitement level for WrestleMania 41 is low. It's low. They got a lot of work to do. They have a lot of work to do. So, honest grade, 5 out of 10. I know some of y'all think I'm bull jabbing. No, I ain't bull jabbing. I'm just telling you both the truth. How I feel about the show. They got 1 grade higher than Full Gear. Honestly, so if I had to say it, Survivor Joke was 1 grade better than Full Gear. That's me. So for y'all who be always saying I'll be always over putting AEW pay-per-views over Triple H. No, for the first time in a very long time, Survivor Joke was a tad bit better than Full Gear. That's my honest pick. You take it for the grain of salt for my hardcore AEW heads. Don't throw me out with the bathwater. I'm just telling you the both-faced truth. Tony Khan know dang well he could have done a better job with Full Gear if he would have put forth a better effort. And again, I always say, if the bull jab don't belong on the show, don't put it on the show. Do not put it on the show. That's all I'm going to say. So, honest grade, 5 out of 10. Still a failing grade, but it's still 1 grade higher than Full Gear. So, You know what to do. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. And like I said, if you can, hit the Cash App up, $ King Seal, the number 4 life at Cash App. Holla at your boy. I'll talk to y'all cats later. You know what to do. Hit the like. Make sure you hit that like button too. And I'll talk to y'all cats later. Holla at your boy.